Charmaine Jamil, and welcome back to this week's video. This week, I am so excited. This is my favorite time of the year where I dive into the Advent Calendar from the Dr. Barbara Sturm Skincare line. Now, this is my third year doing this, and I'm going to continue to do this because I basically just kind of made my statement last year where I exclusively use Dr. Barbara Sturm products as far as my skincare routine is concerned. I uploaded videos before of me doing my skincare routine and how I do that skincare in my facial routine on Sundays. And you'll see a lot of these products in those particular videos that I use for my routine. I really enjoy purchasing the Advent Calendar from the Dr. Barbara Sturm line simply because it really, one, allows you to kind of explore all of the different products that the company offers that you probably would not normally just go outright and purchase, because I'm gonna be honest with you, these products are not cheap, especially if you are investing in the larger size products of the serums and the creams and the face creams and all of the different products that the brand has to offer. So one way that I make sure that I'm affording myself this luxury and not really holding back is through the Advent Calendar. Now, I always ask the question every single year, is this Advent Calendar worth the $560 price tag? And for the last 2 years, the answer has been yes. And guess what? The answer is yes for this year. So through this video, you're going to see from my opinion and my viewpoint of why I feel that this Advent Calendar is worth the $560. So when you're using Advent Calendars, you're really supposed to purchase them in the holiday, during the Christmas holiday, and then you start December 1st and then you open each of the boxes and then find out what the product is for the day. But I am not one that purchases this Advent Calendar for that reason. I really like to buy the Advent Calendar because it gives me all of my products that serve me for the year. And so it keeps me from having to go out and purchase, this bottle of serum, this cream, this, toner, this makeup remover. It kind of gives me the best of both worlds. And one thing I really like about Dr. Barbara Sturm's products is that a little product goes a long way. And I actually have quite a few products that I had from last year's Advent Calendar, like the eye cream. I have 2 face scrubs left, a glow drop and a glow cream that I have left over from last year. And so what I'm starting to realize is, since I invest in the $560 Advent Calendar, it just kind of adds to my collection. She has a variety of lines, so you might have some of the products from the anti-aging line, you may have some of the products for the darker skin tones lines, and that's one reason that I really like the Dr. Barbara Sturm line, is because it is very inclusive. Specifically, when I tried the products for the first time, it was because of the darker skin tone line that they had. So some of the things that I have noticed with my skin while exclusively using the Sturm line is the hydration and moisture that is locked into my skin. I have very little breakouts, and it really helps me just to keep a healthy skincare routine going for myself. And since I'll be 40 in a couple of weeks, I really took that stance a while back that I'm gonna be very intentional when it comes to my health and anything dealing with my health, my skin, my nails, my teeth, anything along those lines. I'm not really, holding back. So that is where the Dr. Barbara Sturm line comes in for me. So what is in the box? So of course, this year you're going to get 24 products because that's what happens with an Advent Calendar. And it is a mixture of different things. One thing that I've noticed is it's almost like they have different themes for the products that they offer. I know last year I had so many serums. I love her hyaluronic serum, which that is one of the most popular products that Dr. Barbara Sturm sells, but I had like maybe 7 or 8 serums last year, and it was like that the previous year, and that's really what got me hooked on her products, was that serum, because it does add the hydration to your skin. However, this year what I've noticed is all about creams. There's body creams, hand creams, face creams, and there are about 7 different, a variety of creams within the box this year. So we have about 4 cleansers, 4 serums, which I was a little sad to see that there weren't like more serums, but you know, it's okay. And there are 7 creams and then 2 masks and then some other fun little things in there. One thing that I do like about the Sturm products is that every year when you purchase the Advent calendar, or just if you pay over a certain amount of money, which is normally like a $300 threshold, they always give you a lot of complimentary products. So this year, of course, since I paid the $560, which it came out to $604 when you added all of the taxes, I was able to choose some complimentary products. So before I get into what's in the box, I want to show you the complimentary products that I chose. So they did, I was able to get 3 trial, almost kind of like cocktail packets for the serums, and I was able to get the night cream, the popular hyaluronic serum, as well as the Better Bee serum. So I'm gonna go ahead and start using these so that I don't crack into my serums just yet. But one thing I was also excited about is that I was able to either choose from trying out the large size, and I'll take this out of the box here, but I was able to pick up the large hair, what is this, repair hair mask. And it was either I had the option of doing the repair mask or getting a 10 milliliter Better Bee serum. So I just chose the hair mask simply because I've never tried the hair mask before. I recently cut off all my hair about 3 weeks ago. So I'm really into hair products. And one thing that I did notice off the bat with this product, but with all of her products, she does not use fragrance in her products. And I absolutely love that. Because I can't really stand a lot of fragrant products. The product might be good, but a lot of times when it has fragrance in there, it just ends up irritating my eyes or just irritating something. So that's another reason that I really like all of the Sturm products, because she does not use any fragrance. So this was a complimentary product, but the price tag, if I was just going to go on the website to purchase the hair mask, is $65. So I thought that that was a really good complimentary product. So when I'm trying to decipher whether the $560 price tag is really worth me investing in each year, I always try to look at what are the large size products that are included within the Advent calendar. And this year there are 3 large size products. One is the Everything Eye Patches, and I was so pleasantly surprised when I saw that this was included within this year's Advent calendar, because these are, well, I wouldn't say fairly new, but they did come out, I want to say last year or the summer before that. And these have become extremely popular. I've been wanting to try them, but I just could not bring myself to pay $125 for this just to try them out. So when I saw that they were in the Advent calendar, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so great. Another larger size product that was included within the Advent calendar was the Super Anti-Aging Body Serum. This runs about $225 if you purchase it outside of the Advent calendar. And I am really excited about using this simply because what I've noticed or started thinking, I'm like, well, if I am really investing in all of these serums and moisturizers and scrubs for my face, what about the rest of my body? The rest of my body needs a serum and a scrub and a moisturizer. So that is specifically what the Super Anti-Aging Body Serum is for your arms and your legs, to really try to add hydration in those parts of your body. And so I'm really excited about using these because I really want to focus on the area like on my elbows. As you can kind of see, I've been trying to kind of correct the darker tone on my elbow, but that's where I'm noticing that I'm gonna want to use those to add hydration there so it's not, you know, dry and have a discoloring. And then another larger size product that was included in this year's Advent calendar was the Glow Drops. And the Glow Drops run about $60 a pop if you purchase them outside of the Advent calendar. So for those 3 larger size products, you have about $440. If you would have just gone on the website, purchased those 3 products, you would have paid $440. So if you purchase the Advent calendar, you get those 3 products and then some. So that is really how I make the decision, is this Advent calendar this year worth it or not? I would say yes. And so another thing that I'm looking forward to with using in the Advent calendar that I have not had an opportunity to use, and that is the body wash. So I have used the body cream before and I really like it. It's not scented, very moisturizing. So she gives you an opportunity to try the body wash along with the body cream and the serum. So I'm really excited to see what that combination does for the rest of my body, because I already know that the skin on my face is like already kind of locked down. Let's go ahead and jump into what's in the box. So first of all, the box this year is a really beautiful green box. And once it opens, it has that kind of illusion that it's a velvet box. Last year, the box was burgundy, and I believe the year before it was white. So first of all, she gives these really great boxes that you can recycle for other uses. And once you open it, you'll of course see all of the different numbers. And day 1 starts with this really cute Dr. Barbara Sturm headband that when you're doing your facials and all of that good stuff, you're able to kind of, keep your hair out of your face. And of course, that's not a problem for me right now since I have cut my hair off. But I thought this was a really good added touch as far as being able to try out the headband there. Day number 2 is the makeup remover. Now, she normally puts the makeup remover in her Advent calendars because this is, well, of course, like I said, my 3rd time purchasing the Advent calendar, and I have got the makeup remover in all of them. I haven't really jumped the gun just yet to get the makeup remover in a larger size. When I do get them in the Advent calendar, I really enjoy using them, especially if I do wear makeup. But that's the one good thing about that I've noticed for myself with using the Dr. Barbara Sturm line exclusively. I really don't wear as much makeup as I used to. So as far as putting on really kind of like a concealer, if I'm going somewhere, maybe eyeshadow, I'll put on a brow tint, of course my lipstick. But as far as foundation is concerned and really heavy makeup, I just don't find myself doing that as often because my skin, I have a brightness and a hydration to my skin. But I will give this credit that the makeup remover really is a good product that's offered, but I just use them, when they come in the Advent calendar. Day number 3 is the foam cleanser. These are also, this is also a really good cleanser. I haven't pulled the plug to purchase this in a larger size either, but it's really, a good product as far as just cleansing your skin, especially if you've worked out or something like that and you just want to have that freshness and brightness and cleanness about your skin. The foam cleanser really does well. One thing that I do like to do is mix the foam cleanser with maybe the facial scrub or the enzyme cleaner. That way I have an exfoliant and a cleanser at the same time, a double cleanse at the same time. And another thing about, well, really all of her products, but this cleanser, a little bit of foam does go a long way. It lathers really well. So day number 4 is the balancing toner. Now, the balancing toner, this is my 3rd year receiving the balancing toner, but last year I went ahead and made the jump to purchasing the larger size of the balancing toner. So I purchased the larger size of the balancing toner. I keep this in my rotation. I absolutely love the balancing toner. And sometimes I will cleanse my skin, especially if I've worked out or something along those lines. And sometimes I use the balancing toner and I'm like, you know, looking at the little cotton swab, and I'm like, oh my God, did I use soap? Did I wash my face? Like, where is all of this oil and dirt coming from? But that's the one good thing I like about the balancing toner, because it does have hyaluronic serum incorporated in the toner. It literally just draws out, you know, all of that kind of like debris, that top coat or debris of grease or oil or dirt that you may have on your face, because sometimes, you know, you just don't get everything with just cleansing. And the toner, I really feel like that's where like the brightness of my skin comes from, is because I am an avid user of the balancing toner. So the normal size of the balancing toner, or the larger size of the balancing toner, is $80. If you do, you know, normally I'll get it from like Sephora when they're having a sale, or 15% off or 20% off. So normally the last 2 times I've gotten it for like $64, but you just kind of have to look and see. But the balancing toner, I'm gonna move on, but the balancing toner, that is my jam, okay? That is really my jam. Day 5 is the 10 milliliter hyaluronic serum, which is their most popular serum. This is pretty expensive if you just go and buy it, you know, outside of the Advent calendar. But see, that's the one thing why I like buying the Advent calendar, because you get so many serums that equal out to a full-size bottle that lasts a really long time. And so normally when I buy a Advent calendar the beginning of September, my products really don't start running out until about June, July-ish, mid-July-ish. But I really just kind of try to hold on until September, because they do release the boxes at the very beginning of September, and then that's when I call myself basically like restocking my skincare line. So that's the hyaluronic serum in day 5. Day 6, I already talked about the Everything Eye Patches. And I believe with these Everything Eye Patches, you get 60 patches. So that's what it says on the back. So you get 60 patches in there. So that's 30 a piece. So you get to do that 30 times. Another thing that I have heard people, or they've recommended, that you put it in the refrigerator, and then that way when you put the eye patches on, it kind of gives you like that cool sensation, as well as, you know, it working. But I've never used these before. That's just what I heard. So, you know, kind of go at your own risk with putting them in the refrigerator. Okay, so now day number 7 is the anti-aging body cream, which I have used this before. I don't foresee myself purchasing like a larger size, because I just, you know, kind of use the Aveeno. Normally when I want body cream, I just use the Aveeno cream. But if there is ever another opportunity, if I purchase something and it's like a complimentary, I actually like the body cream, and I really just like it because it is fragrant free. So 8 is the face mask. Last year, I think I got 4 face masks. 2 face masks came in the Advent calendar last year, and as a part of the complimentary products that they offered last year, I was able to get 2 more. So I actually still have two face masks that I had last year, and then 2 face masks came in this box. So you kind of see what I'm saying there? Like, the more you invest with, you know, buying the box once a year, you're not going to necessarily, not unless you're just plopping a lot of product on your face, which you don't really necessarily need to do that. So this is day number 8 with the face mask, which I love using those. Day 9 is their face cream. I would have loved to have seen more face creams within the box. I think I only got 2 face creams, because everything else is like a combination of whether it's body cream, hand cream, something along those lines. But if you're just really talking about what they call the Sturmglow, using the cleanser, the foam cleanser, or the enzyme cleanser, which that is in the box, the hyaluronic serum, And the face cream, baby, this is it. Like that is it. That's all you need. Very like light, refreshing, doesn't weigh heavy on your skin. Absolutely love that. Day 10 was the Better Be serum. That's another serum that I really appreciate. I honestly appreciate any and every single serum that comes in the Dr. Barbara Sturm line, because like I said, once you start adding up all of the serums, these little 10 milliliter bottles, you'll end up with at least an equivalent of a larger size bottle. So you really don't have to like kind of break the bank as often if you buy the Advent Calendar and have plenty of those serums. Day 11 is the Super Anti-Aging Hand Cream. I've actually never tried the hand cream, the Super Anti-Aging Hand Cream before, but I really appreciate having this because I am able to kind of, just kind of tuck that in my purse and then just have a really nice hand cream that I'm able to use there. So that's day 11. Another little fun thing that they included within this year's calendar was a cookie cutter. It's a Dr. Barbara Sturm. It's in the shape of the, let me see if I can get that there, yeah. So another thing that they included within the calendar is a Dr. Barbara Sturm festive cookie cutter. And it also comes with a little recipe, cookie recipe, and how to prepare that. So I thought that was a little fun addition. I know last year, I believe like the fun addition that they added were like the little hair clips. So I mean, I don't really bake cookies, but if I'm having like a little party or something and it calls for me to cook cookies and need a cookie cutter, I guess you could say I'm set. So, but that was in there. I thought that was pretty fun. Okay, and day 13 is the eye cream. Now this is a really small container. However, again, you only need a little drop of this. So this lasts, depending on how you use it, this can last at least a good 3 to 4 months if you are one of those people that needs to use your skincare consistently every single day. So that's the eye cream. I've already talked about the body wash. Day 15 is the lip balm. Now, the lip balm, it's kind of like one of those things where it's a nice addition. I probably would never just go outright and buy the lip balm just simply because I don't think that it's just worth paying that amount of money for a little small lip balm when you can just kind of use Vaseline or some other, product. But that is always an addition that is added to the Advent Calendar. I've already talked about day 16, which is the Super Anti-Aging Body Serum. Day 17 is the Enzyme Cleanser, and I really appreciate the Enzyme Cleanser simply because this acts as an exfoliant. But it's a really light texture exfoliant. It's very different from the facial scrub. The facial scrub has a little bit more of a heavier bead in there. This is very soft. So like I said earlier, I love to mix the enzyme cleanser with the foam cleanser to kind of give that foam exfoliant feel. I really enjoy that combination when I'm washing my face. So day 18 is the Super Anti-Aging Cleansing Cream. And I mean, it's one of those things, if you really appreciate the product, when I cleanse my face, I really like to see a lather, more or less how the foam cleansing does, or even the enzyme cleanser. This does not necessarily give you kind of like that foamy feel. So since it goes on like a cream, you're not gonna get that lather feel, but it really just kind of depends on what your preference is. Day 19 is the face cream, Rich. Really love all of their face moisturizers. Day 20 is Day 20 is the clarifying serum, another great serum that's added to the box. Day 21 is the clarifying mask, and honestly, I can go between the clarifying mask as well as just the regular face mask any given day. Especially these masks feel so good. When I do my facial routine, like on Sundays, I always just kind of sit in front of this face steamer just to kind of release some of that dirt or oil that's on the top layer of my skin. But following it up after with this clarifying face mask or just the regular face mask, I swear it just kind of gives like a softness, a soft feel to your face. So that's in here. One thing that I probably could have gone without, this was added in last year's calendar, which is the face cream, but it's for men. The funny thing is, I was like, oh, well, maybe it has, you know, a really calm combination or ingredients in there. So I tried to use the face cream for men as a hand cream last year. And so I think this has alcohol. It does. It has an alcohol in it, so it does dry your skin out. But it's probably better for men. They have a different texture of skin. I don't know. I'm not, you know, a professional, a skin professional or a dermatologist. But what I ended up doing, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and give this away. So I'm gonna give this away as well because it just doesn't serve me. Day 23 is the Glow Cream. Now the Glow Cream last year was really one of their new products that they had that came out, and I was excited to try the Glow Cream because I am a total fan of the Glow Drops, which is a much lighter texture. The Glow Cream, I don't like it because it almost kind of has like a tint it gives a tint to your skin. And I just am not really a fan of that. So I actually have the Glow Cream that I had from last year's Advent Calendar and this one. So I might give this one away as well, but you just never know, you know, how that all goes. And then day 24 is one of my favorites, is the Glow Drop. It is the larger size. And a lot of times, you know, with the Glow Drops, one thing that I know, you know, like if I'm not really going anywhere for the day, but I want to kind of like wash my face and just kind of give it some moisture, what I'll do is just kind of wash my face with some water and then just add on some Glow Cream, and that's it. I won't do like the serums or the moisturizers, and that does the trick. Especially if I'm just staying at home, not really putting on any type of makeup or anything, that does the trick for me. So we have come to the end of the video where we have gone through all of the 24 products that are included in the 2025 Advent Calendar for the Dr. Barbara Sturm line. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for the Advent Calendar, I know that if you just go on Dr. Barbara Sturm's website and type in the search Advent Calendar, it normally pops up. I always like to jump on the opportunity at the very beginning, but a lot of times if you wait until like Sephora gets the Advent Calendar and you're able to use your Sephora, you know, points or any type of discount, you're able to get a discount on the Advent Calendar. So just, you kind of have to keep your eye open. But I'm one of those people, I just like to jump on it. I save my $60 every month. So when the year comes around in September, I have my $604 to drop on the Advent Calendar, get all my products, try them, and then wait till next year. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to sharing next year's video with you. I really hope that you come back and join me to see what is going to be in the 2026 Advent Calendar for Dr. Barbara Sturm. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.